Well, now let me turn to our special segments for this evening. The first one is Andy's Op Corner. Andy, I really do appreciate, I know you've got other things to do this evening, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight. Remember, in December, we got Andy for the whole show. He's going to be running his railroad from an operational standpoint for us. So Andy, welcome and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Jim. You can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, thanks. Let's see, crew call board. Okay, tonight I'm going to talk about something near and dear to me since we came up with it, because I always run the op sessions. I don't get to run trains. I just try and keep up with everything. And we came up with a crew call board, and it's just really been welcomed by all the crews, by all the people. It really helps them out. It certainly helps me out trying to run it and that. So I'm kind of going through things here to let you know what we, let's see, there we go. You see that all right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I've been working on this plus the car card waybill program, and they kind of, they're close to each other in some of these slides. So I hope I don't get sidetracked and screw this up. So I'm still in the process of finishing that one up. Okay, so it's a tool to help manage your operating session. And as I said, I was really happy when we came up with it. It made a big difference for me and for the crews. An operating manager he stays pretty busy, and he's got a lot of things to keep up with to make sure that the trains run on time and the operation's successful. On the Nashville Road, the operations manager, we coined it Train Master, and came up with that from the ProTrack program that we used for years. It was a computer-based car forwarding. It managed the railroad, and we called the person that printed out all the forms, the documents, kept everything up to date in the computer as we operated. We called him the Train Master. And of course, we had dispatchers and yard masters and everything else apart from that. Okay, so the manager or train master, he assigns train crews to their trains. He assures train crews understand their jobs. Assures the dispatcher understands his job and his schedule. Assures the yard masters, we've got 3 yard masters, understands their job and their schedules, because the railroad will fall down really fast if they don't know what they're doing. And I found in the past, I tell someone they're a yard master, I figure they know what they're doing, and then I forget about it, and it can go to heck in a handbag really quick. And the last thing, anybody that runs op sessions knows what this is all about. This is really important. Okay, so there are different ways to organize and track these duties to help you. And I, in the past, used a clipboard, a notebook, a very faulty memory, and none of them worked very well. So we went ahead and developed the call board, and this isn't anything that we invented. Real railroads had call boards. It might be a little different than ours, but ours is designed for model railroad operations. And as almost always the case, well, as I said that already, I'm sorry, we'll go on to the next. So this is our call board. It's 3 panels, 2 by 3 feet each panel. I bought these at Walmart for, at the time, it was somewhere around $15 a piece. I have no idea what they are now, or if they even got them in stock, because I'm sure they all came from China. They're built on a track, or they're set in on a track so they can be pulled out if we need to pull them out for any reason. And I designed these panels with the idea of the crews being able to help me take care of them, and it's worked out very well. I used the detail striping tape that you can buy at the auto parts store. I bought black, a couple of different thicknesses. I used plastic for the name tags and the train tags and the crew name tags and the other little tags. and put magnets. I bought quite a few magnets through Amazon over time and glued them all up. And this board here, I'll use my my cursor here. This will hold 29 trains on the schedule. And that usually takes care of us. We might have 1 or 2 trains left over. But normally we can pretty well get done with it. And we have 2 sessions a month, or at least we have had, and we plan to do it again. And the Monday session is the old timer session, since the young people are working. And we run from 11 to 4, a 5-hour shift. And then Saturday sessions for everybody, but more young people come to it. And we start at 10, go to 4. It's a 6-hour session. The guys take their breaks when they want in the break room and just sign up for the trains when they want. I put this in the middle right here just to let you see how it should look after they've run. So Roger A. Ran the South Ribo. He went on duty at 9:45 and got left there. Quit 11:45. And down here I see I should have had an A and I put P's in there, but you get the idea what this is. And let me go to the next one. This is a little closer now. So each one of these gives a call time for the train. Now I know call time on a railroad is different than this, but for what we need, it works well. The crews know what time they're supposed to be departing with their train. The train ID, MAD PM, Cedar Ribo, the Rock Island 986. These are all kind of coded in a way, but it'll tell you over here on the right side what kind of train it is, where it's a transfer, a turn, an extra freight, a switcher, where the train is located. So the COL is the south end of the railroad. That's Columbia, Tennessee. And, oh, I'm sorry, let me, I was hoping to go down a little bit. Bowling Green is the north end of the railroad. So those are the extents of the railroad from north to south. And then we have also the L&N has a staging track at Guthrie, and they come out onto the main at Guthrie, and then NC St. Louis at Franklin. And I added them in there for just for the crew being able to have a nice run in that enjoyment. It's not based on anything that's in Tennessee per se. It's our little version. So this is a picture I took of one of the last ones we had about 1.5 years ago. Some guys, they didn't get everything filled in, but for the most part, you can see the guys filled them in, put their names down after they pulled their tags off. We had a couple of trains that never really ran, the 2 bottom ones here. So they're put up at the top on the next session, and then we start adding in all the new ones. And the reason I like to take pictures, in case we had a problem, I can go back and look, or if I wondered if I should change the schedule of a train, take a look and see how long it took them to run that train across the railroad or to do their job. So it's kind of handy to have this. Okay, the center panel now has 3 parts to it. And first is dispatcher and yard assignment. We do have 3 yards, Gresham Yard, Cedar Hill Yard, and Ribo Yard. And then Nashville Union Station, or passenger terminal, is not in operation yet, but we'll have people assigned there. They have the yard masters, and then whoever signs up to be their crew. And then over here, the dispatcher, John Young was dispatcher. He didn't have an assistant, but someone was sitting with him. One of the guys that just likes to work with a dispatcher. We didn't put his name in that day. And station operator, we actually have a desk out on the railroad, and dispatcher has phone contact with him, and he can actually dictate the orders to the station operator. Then the station operator goes, hangs the orders at whatever station he's acting as the operator for. Okay, this is one of 2 sheets. This is the AM sheet. It's just a full schedule for the day, and the sheet, the next sheet down would be the PM, and it gives you all the information. So the guys come and look at their train or find out what train they want. They can get a little more information here. On the train ID, the railroad. We've got 6 railroads running on this road. We got the subdivisions. We got Bowling Green at the north and let's see, Cassidy. No, I guess we called it Columbia. We've changed it to Cassidy, so this is an older sheet. So origination, interim stops, and termination. So it gives you all the information on the train that you might want. And here's name tags of all the crews. And they just pluck them off here and put them on the other board, then put them back when they're done. Okay, in the last sheet here, we have, or I should say the last board, we have all the locations: Bowling Green, Ribo Yard, Gresham Yard, Columbia, Cedar Hill, Franklin, Guthrie, and so on. This is the passenger station. And then these are tags for the trains: timetable passenger, timetable freight, extra freight, switchers, local. If a train is moving when a crew's picking it up, it's already halfway through, we'll put the move tag where on the location. And then if a train is delayed for some reason, we can grab one of these tags and put it up there so the crew knows it's not going out on time. Okay, we have almost 70 trains on the schedule, and about half of them are AM and half of them are PM. So if we had no trains listed on the board, on the other board, this would be full all the way down here, AM, all the way down here, PM. And we leave them in chronological order, and we just lift them off and put them over on the other board for each session. And then as the trains are run at the end of the session, they're all put back in order here. So it's kind of easy to keep track of. A few of these trains might be run more than one time, but for the most part, each one is run for one time. So that's the board in its entirety. The crews come in, they grab their name tags, they put them on whatever train they want. And the only time that I have to move them is if I've got a train ready to go and nobody's tagged up for it. And I'll just ask who would like to take it. And they've been real good at just grabbing their tag, putting it there, and then going in and taking care of the train. So it's worked really well. The guys really like it. I really like it. And I don't have to look at a little clipboard that I'm carrying around, sometimes set down and then forget. I've got these up right in front of me, and it really helps me out. So that's basically it. Does anybody have any questions on this before I change? No? Okay. Let's see. Well, that's it. So if you have no questions, I guess I'm done.
Andy, I really do appreciate you telling us about this tonight. It looks like it's an excellent way of getting everything started for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're real happy with it. And, you know, I would highly recommend it. Smaller railroads probably don't need it, but larger railroads, the larger it is and the more, more traffic and routings you have, the better something like that works.
Thanks again, Andy. Look forward to seeing you next time.